Hello, this is David G, and I'm coming to you live from Agra in India. Behind me is the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal was created about 500 years ago by this emperor, this king, Shah Jahan, one of the Mughal emperors, one of the greatest builders and creators of all time. And he was married to Mumtaz for 20 years. She had 14 children during those 20 years, and it was shortly after the 14th was born that she died in that childbirth. So in love with his dear bride of 20 years was he that he decided to immortalize her and immortalize all of it. So for 22 years, he had all these workers, artisans, craftsmen create this magnificent structure made of Makrana marble, transported by about 400 miles away in a quarry in Makrana, closer to Jaipur. Anyway, so then he was imprisoned and forced to look at the tomb, the mausoleum that he had created over his wife. So we can ask like a million questions, it's 500 years since then. And so we look at the world and say, was that the deepest act of bhakti, deep devotion? Or was this massive ego, wanting to immortalize his name? We don't know, and we get to ask this question in every single choice that we make. Are we making our choices for these universal, larger, bigger picture reasons, or self-absorbed, wanting to receive props or recognition for our actions? You are the best judge of that, but I would encourage you not to beat yourself up, but it's yin and yang. In every single moment is your own personal, selfish reason, and there's also your universal reason, your bigger picture reason. So rather than beating yourself up for being selfish or for not worthy, if you can weave, integrate, merge your personal desires with these universal desires of the divine, then every decision that you make will be whole and perfect and pure. It's like asking the goddess Kuan Yin for a boon, for a favor, to create a wish, fulfill a wish. And the story goes, if she will fulfill any wish you ask, as long as it creates no harm for anyone. So we think like, what's the long-term ripple? Will even one person be inconvenienced or harmed in this process? And then she's not going to fulfill that wish. So we get to ask that question in every single moment. Are my choices personal or universal? And when they merge, there's a higher likelihood that they'll be met. And if they're very, very personal, ultimately, they'll have less meaning. And if they're very, very universal, we have to make sure that there's some level of fulfillment. How do we do that? By being in Dharma, by doing what we love while we serve the world in the process. So it's been 15 years, almost to the month, since I was here, beginning my journey through India in the search of the Guru. And of course, it was during that journey that I found that deep connection to Source, to Spirit, and I realized that the Guru rests inside. And now I'm taking 30 people on that same journey and leading them to that same self-realization. And it's just a wonderful, beautiful experience. I encourage you to dig down deep and ask yourself some important questions. Am I doing this for personal reasons? Am I doing this for universal reasons? What are they? And how do I merge them together? In the meantime, keep meditating. I'll see you in the gap. Aham Brahmasmi, baby. I am the universe.